from our newsroom. Charles Frakuka, iBrand senior analyst and stockbroker, joins me now live in the studio to do some analysis of the story. Charles, good morning. Always a pleasure having you join me in the studio.
Thank you very much.
I can see you're still on your stockbroker regalia today. What's the activity playing on the exchange, or better still, what played out at the exchange yesterday that made you decide to put on this red regalia today?
You know, the exchange is the symbol of capitalism in any economy.
Yes.
And yesterday we hosted a very notable company, Ella Lakes.
Okay.
People think it's just a fishing company, but they are transformed to an integrated agricultural company. So they are into cash crop farming, soya beans, and other highly agricultural products. You know, so we believe that when we're talking about food, you know, in the country, we talk about poverty eradication, I think World Food Day and all that. So we need to encourage these companies who are into agriculture, and that was what we did yesterday. So they are in the market to raise fresh funds by way of right issues. So we're beginning to see a lot of activities in the market now. So I'm using this medium now to tell investors that there is a lot of activities going on now, and investors should begin to come back to the market. There is a lot of things for them now to invest and also begin to achieve their own investment objective. All
right, so let's shift away from the stock market now. Look at what's playing out in the Nigerian macroeconomic space. You've seen the stories, I believe, and let's start with this big one. And Charles, I believe that as you drove around Lagos, when I mean Lagos, I mean from your home down to the office here, you probably encountered this serious issue now that has been on, I think, since Monday, if not Wednesday. Few scarcity rather, it's now recurring back again. And I believe we had this conversation sometime last week on the show, if not on Monday, about this same issue. But what's really happening at the moment now? Oil marketers are complaining that the depots are dried, and the issue of volatility in the foreign exchange market is really not helping out. But this begs the question as to why the NNPCL, who is a regulator and also a player, an independent player in the sector, is now the major supplier of petrol products across the country. So what then happens to the regulation of the downstream sector?
Yes, if you look at that report very well, I agree with the independent marketers. What they are saying, it's difficult for them to assess the forex, to bring this product, and NNPC is the one that is bringing. But again, if you look at the period of the year which you find ourselves, this is the time where people just believe it's a festive period, panic buying and all that. But again, NNPC is assuring us, NNPCL is assuring us now that they have enough supply. And it's what they keep saying and all that. Yes, they have a duty. For me, they are strategic partners to the government. They must ensure that this commodity is available at all time and all that. But they must come out clean. It is obvious, and I'm happy they are saying they are aware of these queues, and people should not panic. They have 30 days supply to Nigerians and all that. We don't want a situation where, as we speak now, when we get to Monday again, we begin to see most of these long queues. And again, of course, it's a matter of demand and supply. I cannot blame these independent marketers. If they don't have the forex to bring this product, what would they do? And if they don't even have the amount of money to even get from an NPC depot to supply their filling station, is also a problem. So for me, I see it as a situation where NNPC, since for now you are the main sole importer, please import enough so that it can go around to eventually all your own NNPC depot. And also make arrangement for other
sorry to butt in, Charles. Even some of the NNPC retail outlets are also shutting down because they are also they've run out of this product. So the NNPCL is coming out to tell us that we have 30 days sufficient product to go around the entire country, while the depot shuts down. It shows that someone is not telling us the truth here. And this begs another question again. Why will NNPCL continue to be the sole importer of petrol products in the country? We are in the regime of the regulation. Few subsidy has taken over. If that is the case, why are they the major importer?
We will have full deregulation of the downstream.
So Charles, it shows that we have not we're not experiencing a food deregulation of the sector.
Of course, not. That's the obvious.
So the government should stop lying to Nigerians.
For you to have full deregulation of the downstream sector, the refineries have to work. Yes, so that products can come from different places. So for now, let me just say, even the PIA as it's not been implemented effectively. That's why we are saying since of it. But I believe that the NNPCL should come out openly and let us know the true state of things. We already have some of the regulators in that sector. You know, they also should not just be sitting down there. They should allow Nigerians to know the true picture of things, so that we know that, yeah, if we are saying, okay, we need to fix refineries, of course we are saying steps they have been taken. And I'm telling you, I am waiting patiently to see, is it the Port Harcourt now or now?
Yeah, Port Harcourt
in December,
to come
in
upstream.
December to come upstream, and let us see how it's going to improve the supply of this product in the country.
But Charles, looking at the way the whole fuel subsidy issue is being managed in the country as it is now, do you see the oil and gas industry as a very attractive business?
Yes, generally the oil and gas industry, whether we like it or not, still remains the mainstay of the Nigerian economy.
It is.
Yes, it is. Because we are still getting our
forex from it,
of our revenue from there. Yeah, even international markets. But we need to put our hands together in the country.
Okay.
Yeah, that is the main thing. Because we are just talking about just oil. What about the gas reserves? We have over 200 trillion cubic feet of gas
untapped
in the country. So for me, that is a new area. And why I'm so particular and happy about the gas reserve is it's a much more cleaner energy than this fossil fuel that you are burning and destroying the environment. So that gas is where to go. And that's why I would say I'm a bit happy with this current government, a bit happy because they now created a separate ministry of gas. So let's see how they can exploit this potential and see how it can be used to boost our economic growth in terms of our industrialization.
It is really worrisome that we have so much gas reserves untapped, and then the price of LPG is still skyrocketing.
It's still on the high side.
Why are we still at this level as a nation, Charles?
Okay, good. First of all, I wouldn't say let me blame the oil majors, you know. I wouldn't say let me blame the oil majors, because the oil majors, you know, they are here just to make money for themselves. You know, it is easier to flay this gas than to compress it and make use of it. So they prefer to pay these penalties. You know, I'm particularly interested in gas because, of course, being a chemistry student, we did something on petrochemicals and all that. So you'll be amazed that it's better and cheaper for them to flay than to use all the machine to compress, because they said it has to do a lot of pressures in their operation and all that. So they prefer to pay. And that is where the government need to come in now.
Okay.
With the oil ministry, just as a mission on its own now, I think they should be able to look at these issues and see that we tap. There is a lot of potential in gas. And when we do that, of course, the price of this LPG and those other gas for domestic usage, of course, we will be able to see the price coming down.
All right, good one there. We'll just keep watching and see how the handlers of this sector, these ministries, will do the best that they can. Yeah, as we hold them responsible to ensure that Nigerians begin to utilize to make use of the resources that it has for our own good and also for the good of the government in terms of revenue generation. Now let's shift focus now to the next story. Now, the acting chair of the Federal Inland Revenue Service, that's Zach Adediji, has come as to allay the fears that corporate organizations who are major taxpayers are having, that, hey, bros, if you I just have to do that. If you choose to increase the tax to GDP ratio to 18%, it shows that there is a probability that we're going to have an increment in taxation or in tax rates across the country. Charles, how do you react to this now?
Well, for me, I think the corporate organizations it's an unfounded fear. Because for you to increase your tax to GDP ratio, of course, we are saying we want to increase to 18. Is that not so? We are currently doing less than that. It does not mean you have to increase tax. For me, it's an issue of tax administration, efficient collection. Efficient collection of the existing people who pay tax now. Efficient collection. We don't need extra tax in the country today. It's just efficient collection of this tax. And I believe if we're able to do that, I'm sure we're going to meet this ratio the FRS chairman is talking about.
Do you see that being achievable?
Yes,
it's quite ambitious.
It's achievable.